YSEQ customers now show up as matches in mtClade Finder. You'll only see matches who have joined a public group on YSEQ. On the left, you can see at the top here, some of the matches start with the word YSEQ, and then others start with NCBI. So we have two different data sets right now. There's about 66,000 NCBI samples and about 1,000 YSEQ customers who have joined public groups that you can see as your match here. You could see for the YSEQ customers, it shows a maternal ancestor origin as a latitude and longitude. You can click that, and then you'll see the locations of all your YSEQ customer matches where they have set the location of their most distant known maternal line ancestor through YSEQ. I'll show you in a second how you can do that. To help customers learn what they can do to find relatives and advance the research into their origins, there are now alerts that will show up on the account page for YSEQ customers. You can disable these if you want by just clicking the X. You can disable all alerts by clicking the X that's right next to the alert heading, or you could just disable the individual alerts. The first alert there shows you have complete mtDNA results, but you haven't joined a public group. And there's a link where you can join a public group. If you join a public group, you can show up as someone's mtDNA match on mtDNA Clade Finder. And then the second alert is that you have complete mtDNA results, but you have not set a most distant known maternal line ancestor. And then there's a link to a map where you can set that. So I'll show you how to set a maternal ancestor here. I'm doing this for my brother-in-law Gibi. His female line ancestor comes from Tripoli, Georgia. You can type it in. Look, it found it. Is that right? Yep, there's these lakes around there. You can see the street names. I'm not sure why it doesn't say Tripoli City on the map, but I guess that's just how OSM map works. So it's populated the latitude and longitude here automatically from wherever you clicked on the map. And you can set the radius for how certain you are of where in this area your ancestor may have come from, and you can set the birth year. So let's say, I will say 1860, and this is a maternal ancestor, and I'll click continue, and we did it. Now that we have set the Gibi's most distant known maternal line ancestor, after mtClade Finder is updated about once a week, his location of his maternal line ancestor will show up for his matches. Anyone who uploads a FASTA file and is an mtDNA match to Gibi will see that, oh, I have a relative on the female line from Georgia. How interesting. And they can contact him by clicking to get the email contact of his group admin. We plan to add additional alerts to help YSEQ customers learn what they can do to make the most out of their YSEQ test results. And we plan to add a way for customers to share their email contact with mtDNA matches from mtClade Finder or STR matches from STR Match Finder. I'd also like to note that the mtClade Finder is an integration with YFull, which maintains a male and female line tree based on samples that people send them for analysis. we make use of YSEQ makes use of their tree, and I make use of the tree also in all my YDNA projects that use the SNP-based tree. I recommend that you submit your FASTA to YFUL for analysis as well, because then they can add a branch to the tree and give it a new name. And but Clade Finder, you can just see who your matches are very quickly beforehand. You can see who your matches are who are YC customers with mtDNA Clade Finder. Um, if you submit your sample to YFUL for analysis, then you may find other relatives, like people who tested at other companies